Hello, Sunshine. Welcome back to another episode of ABLAZE podcast. And I'm feeling really good. It's funny that I got this angle today, actually. I just tidied up my tote bags on my room. I'm really hoping to get like a vertical kind of hanger so that I can like kind of organize them in one way. It's just probably easier to access the different tote bags. In case you haven't noticed, I really love tote bags, whether it be really blank ones I can design on or it be like ones from my favorite artists. I've got like 2 David McCready ones at this point and one of Rod Coots. I'd love to get one of like Sam Tompkins. That would be great if he has any. I don't think he's done any tote bags so far. There is a hat that I really want to get and I still haven't gotten it yet. I can't remember what song it was, but it's like a broken heart kind of stitch on. It's really cool. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, feeling good. Did some tidying up of my room. I'm washing my sheets right now. Gonna have like nice and fresh sheets to relax on. But yeah, so sometimes in life we get pretty stressed out, and in modern culture it's really easy to tell just by doing a little research that almost everything around us kind of overstimulates us. And it's not only the overstimulation, it's also like certain things actually keep us from getting out of the cortisol building fight or flight mentality or body state, body, I guess, like switch or mode. And yeah, so that kind of inspired me to share a couple of like things that I've tried that I think has worked for that and really helped with that. Because for me, I'm on my phone a lot, mostly because of my work, but also because I do love engaging with people online. It is kind of the easiest method at this stage because I'm very shy and get very worked up and nervous with real people. As much as like I come across very sort of bubbly and chatty and stuff online, I'm definitely a very big mix, as they might call it. Like it's not quite official yet, but there is a term called introverts, and I think that kind of vibes with me more. But yeah, I thought I'd share some of that stuff that actually helps with that, but also I just thought in general it would be cool to make an episode that kind of shares a few I guess like body hacks is probably the best way to kind of coin them, of things that work for me and that I've tried, just to kind of learn a few new things, but also share what I already know. So one of the really cool ones I think I'll start with is there's a thing where so with hiccups, sometimes you get violent hiccups and it's just really hard to stop them. And then people go, oh yeah, you should have some sugar, or you should drink water from the other side of the bottle, all these kind of stuff. But none of them ever really works. They're kind of like very hit and miss. And at least for me, none of them ever work. I've had late nights where I suddenly get a hiccup, not all the time, but have had enough before, where it just doesn't stop for ages and I'm like ready to go to bed. I'm so tired, etc. But recently I came across a hack where it says, so basically when you get the hiccup, you just repeat these 3 sounds and you say, na na na, ni ni ni, ka ka ka. And then the next hack that I find very, very useful is, say if you are going to the bathroom for number 2 and you do feel like there's a little bit of trouble. It's kind of like, it feels like it's coming, but it's not quite coming. So apparently a way to kind of stimulate that movement, I guess your bowel movement, is if you just breathe out. Think of it as like you're blowing through a straw, that motion, like, and that should actually help it. And it has helped on multiple occasions from my personal experience. So give that a go if you're having trouble. Another one I tried recently that I thought was pretty cool was, so apparently the harsh lights in the bathroom often stimulate and kind of simulate midday to like your brain. So your brain kind of essentially goes in, let's say you're taking a shower late at night and you're trying to wind down and get ready for bed. Usually a hot shower kind of helps with that. But it could help a lot more if your lights aren't so harsh. So what they recommend is generally you should be showering either in the dark or in very low light situations. Candle lights would work really good for this. And so I was like, well, I definitely don't want to shower in the dark because that's kind of creepy for me. And it's also kind of like a bit risky for me because I'm a little clumsy. So I was like, let's do it with candlelight. So I lit a few candles on the counter, got undressed, went in, had a shower, had a decent amount of time, wasn't too long, wasn't too short. And I definitely felt like getting relaxed more. And what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to kind of tune your body in ready for bed, because it's understanding what's happening now and sort of the time of day, and then it kind of starts releasing melatonin, so it makes it easier for you to not only sleep but also go into a deeper sleep, which is very important and very crucial for your body to detox and kind of repair itself. And while I'm on it, like another thing I learned, but I'm very terrible at, so do as told, do as you're told, but not as I do. But apparently, like, going to bed at a very specific time frame for the repair of your body and basically dumping off the excess shit stuff is very, very important, because your body has a very specific cycle that it goes through at a certain time in order to essentially kind of like think of a garbage truck coming to dump out and pick up their garbage and dump it out. And they said you can't really just go like, oh yeah, I'll just do that at a different time. Like if you slept at a different time frame, it just wouldn't do that. It would just be kind of part of it or not much of it. And then your body will kind of pile up on garbage, which is not good. Yeah, still struggling with that, but the more you know. And this is another funny one. This is a fun one, I guess, because it's definitely one that will probably make people raise their eyebrows and go like, really? But I just thought it would be really fun to try, because I've always wondered like just how believable it is and how much it could do for you. I mean, like, can you even feel the difference? So you've always heard like people saying like, oh, put a slice of onion on your feet and put socks on and go to bed and it'll extract some of like your toxins. Or they said like a slice of ginger. And I was like, I'm going to buy some ginger because I don't really want my feet smelling like onion. Ginger would at least like, probably like smell better, and also has like, disinfecting kind of qualities to a degree. Anyway, so I did a slice of ginger on both legs for one night, and then I put on socks and I went to bed. And as the day kind of progressed at night, I was taking a while to get to bed. I could feel like it's kind of feels like it's pulling moisture. And the general consensus, like not from like a spiritual, holistic kind of point of view, but for like general Western point of view, what it most likely will do is probably help with inflammation, like removing inflammation. And so I did feel a little bit more, I want to say like feel clean the next day, like my body was a bit cleaner. But overall, like it wasn't a huge crazy difference, but I just felt like I was about to get a little bit under the weather the night before, but the next day it felt like I was a little bit better. But the main thing I noticed that was interesting was, so when I pulled off my socks to check the next morning, my left leg, the ginger on my left foot, was quite shriveled and quite black, like black. It was noticeably black and quite like soggy almost. And then my right foot was a ginger that was just kind of like, it's been out for a while. It's just a little bit shriveled and it's just pretty much the same color and was quite dry. But that was about it. Like they both shriveled up about the same, and which was like what I was like wondering, like that's quite interesting because like why would they be so different if they were like not doing anything? So that's just something I thought was really cool, and I wanted to experiment that for the channel and see what you guys think. But yeah, would you guys give it a try? Okay, so we're gonna do the butterfly hug. I learned this pretty recently, but I think it is pretty helpful. Hopefully you can see from this angle because I don't really need to see my lower half. But basically you're going to cross your hands, your arms like across your chest, with your hands like this, and then you're going to hook them up, the thumbs. So it looks like a little butterfly, like when you're doing the butterfly. Relax gently, and what you're going to do is start tapping one on each side, alternating. And then close your eyes and take deep breaths. And then just keep doing that for a little while, probably up to 90 seconds as they recommended, until you kind of feel your nervous system calm down. Yeah, I think it works pretty well. I definitely feel like my body kind of feel this like bit of shiver going up, like almost like frisson. Um, but I feel like that's kind of like something rushing through my nervous system, and I definitely feel like my breathing has slowed down a lot after that. So yeah, give that a go. See if that helps you. I think that's a really cool hack. That's all I had for today. Just a really short episode with some fun stuff. Also, to see how you think about this type of episode or this type of topic. Let me know what you think. Give them a go if you're feeling experimental, and comment down below and let me know how it goes. Talk to you guys soon.